Summer 2024. Baltimore suffocated under more than just heat. It was fear, thick and inescapable. A killer haunted the city's shadows, dubbed by the press as the Red Bishop. His crimes weren't just murder, they were ritual, ancient, and chilling. Detective Orrin Drake entered the fray, a mind brilliant but haunted. He saw patterns in chaos, connections in coincidence, and let the darkness of his cases seep into his soul. Some called it dedication, others obsession. His partner, Detective Lena Petrova, was his anchor, watching as he dove deeper into the abyss. The first victim was found in a derelict harbor warehouse, the scene meticulously staged, symbols painted on the walls. This was no ordinary crime. It was a message written in a language Orrin felt compelled to decipher. Petrova tried to keep him grounded, but Orrin was already slipping away. He was drawn into the Red Bishop's world of arcane symbols and bloody rituals. The city held its breath, waiting for the next move. Orrin's eyes burned with a feverish intensity as he examined the scene. He was mesmerized by the fall, teetering on the edge. Petrova's warnings faded into the background. Orrin was already lost to the darkness. The Red Bishop struck again, then again. Each scene echoed the last, yet each was uniquely horrifying. The victims, a librarian, a dock worker, a student, no connection except the ritual. Each body was arranged with artistic precision, surrounded by objects, a raven's feather, obsidian, a silver coin. Symbols, not graffiti, not gang signs, but something ancient marked every scene. Orrin called it the blood script, a looping, menacing language that seemed to writhe on the walls. He felt a dark pull, tracing the patterns, searching for meaning. Petrova worried he was losing himself, urging him to focus on evidence, not obsession. But Orrin was convinced. The Red Bishop was reenacting a forgotten ceremony. The victims were ingredients, the locations altars, the symbols incantations. He was no longer just a detective, he was a scholar of a text written in blood. The script was rewriting his sanity, line by line. The city's decay became a chessboard for a game only the killer understood. Orrin's nights blurred into days, lost in ancient texts and occult history. The blood script was the killer's true signature. Petrova's concern grew, but Orrin pressed on. The ritual was far from over, and the script was far from finished. The case consumed Orrin. His apartment became a shrine to the investigation. Photos, maps, frantic sketches everywhere. Sleep brought no relief. His dreams were haunted by chanting voices and stone altars. He saw the symbols everywhere, in sidewalk cracks, tree branches, window condensation. Whispers haunted him, speaking in a language he almost understood. Paranoia set in. He felt watched, not just by the killer, but by something else. Petrova tried to pull him back, but her words barely reached him. "I can't, Lena. I'm close," he'd say, eyes hollow. He was close, but not to solving the case, close to an edge he couldn't return from. Hallucinations grew, fleeting figures, symbols that seemed to bleed and move. The line between detective and victim blurred. Orrin was no longer just investigating madness, he was sharing it. The blood script was infecting his mind. Petrova watched helplessly as he slipped further away. The darkness was winning, and Orrin was following the script step by step. The investigation stalled. The Red Bishop left no evidence, no prints, no DNA, no trace. The department was desperate, the press relentless. Then a tip: Clarence Voss, a reclusive ex-professor obsessed with the occult. His home was filled with strange artifacts and crude imitations of the blood script. The department seized on him, a convenient suspect. Orrin protested. "He's not the one. The lines are wrong. He doesn't understand the language." But no one listened. The case was closed. Voss was the monster. Orrin, the obsessive detective who couldn't let go. The real Red Bishop remained a ghost, his work unfinished. Orrin's warnings fell on deaf ears. The city wanted closure, not truth. Petrova watched Orrin unravel, torn between loyalty and reason. The ritual continued, unseen. The blood script story was not yet complete. Orrin was left alone with his doubts. The darkness deepened, and the true killer watched from the shadows. While the department built its case against Voss, Orrin delved deeper into the blood script. Each symbol was a word, each crime scene a sentence. The Red Bishop was writing a story in blood. Orrin cross-referenced symbols with ancient texts, convinced he was on the verge of a revelation. He uncovered a legend, The scribe of Ash, a being who could write reality with a special human ink script. The Red Bishop wasn't the master. He was the pen, guided by something older. The realization terrified Oren. He felt the script infecting his mind, twisting his thoughts. He tried to warn Petrova, but she saw only madness. Voss is the killer. It's over, she insisted. But Oren knew the story wasn't finished. The script was still being written, and he feared he was part of its final chapter. The city's shadows grew longer. The blood script's power was real and dangerous. Oren's obsession became his curse. The ritual demanded completion, and the script demanded a new vessel. Clarence Voss confessed under pressure, a false, desperate confession. The department celebrated, the city exhaled. Oren watched, furious, knowing the real killer was still free. Petrova stood by the captain, her loyalty torn. That night, Oren followed a hunch to the Ash House, a mansion steeped in malevolent energy. There he found a hidden journal, Elijah Harrow's, filled with the same blood script. The rituals, the victims, the purpose, it was all there. Oren's partnership with Petrova ended. She refused to see the truth. It's done, Oren. Let it go, she pleaded. But he couldn't. He's still out there, Lena. This is all part of the script. Petrova requested a new partner. Oren was left alone, surrounded by his research and the Harrow Journal. The silence was absolute. The city moved on, but Oren could not. The blood script's grip tightened, and the final act approached. Elijah Harrow's name became Oren's obsession. He believed Harrow had become the Red Bishop's guiding force. The journal spoke of a successor, chosen by the script itself. Oren realized he was being groomed as the next vessel. His breakdown was public and spectacular, raving about living symbols and conspiracies. He was suspended and stripped of his badge. Then Oren vanished 1 year after the first murder, leaving only a new, unknown symbol on his wall. Voss was exonerated by mysterious evidence, but the Red Bishop case was never solved. Oren Drake became a legend, a ghost story whispered by rookie cops. Some say the entity claimed him, others say he mastered the script. Now a lone figure is sometimes seen at old crime scenes, reading a story only he can see. The city's shadows remember, the blood script endures, and the legend of Oren Drake haunts Baltimore still. The story, written in blood, is never truly finished, not while the script remains.